Welcome to Speak Forward English, where we help you master the language with confidence.
You know that feeling. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, someone asks you a question in English and suddenly your mind goes completely blank. The words you practiced 100 times just vanish. You open your mouth but nothing comes out. Or worse, something does come out and it sounds nothing like what you wanted to say. And in that moment, you feel small. You feel embarrassed. You feel like everyone is judging you. I know that feeling because millions of people around the world know that feeling. The fear of speaking English, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of being laughed at. But here is what I want you to know right now at the very beginning of this video. That fear does not define you. Those moments of silence do not measure your worth. And today, everything changes. Today, you are going to discover how to speak English with real confidence. Not fake confidence, not pretending, but genuine, deep, unshakable confidence that comes from within. So take a deep breath. You are in the right place. And by the end of this video, you are going to see yourself differently. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria studied English for 6 years in school. She knew grammar rules. She could write essays. She passed her exams with good grades. But when she got her first job and had to speak English in a meeting, she froze, completely froze. Her boss asked her a simple question and she could not get the words out. She knew the answer in her head. She knew exactly what she wanted to say, but fear locked her voice away. After that meeting, she went home and cried. She felt like all those years of studying were worthless. She felt like she would never be able to speak English confidently. Maybe you have felt this way too. Maybe you have been in situations where you knew what to say, but fear stopped you. Maybe you have replayed conversations in your mind thinking, I should have said this or I should have said that. Maybe you have avoided opportunities because you were afraid of speaking English. If that is you, I want you to know something important. You are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. The problem is not your English. The problem is how you have been taught to think about speaking English. You see, most people approach speaking English like it is a test they have to pass. Every conversation feels like an exam. Every sentence feels like it needs to be perfect. Every word needs to be pronounced exactly right. And when you think like that, of course you are going to be afraid. Of course you are going to freeze, because nobody wants to fail a test in front of other people. But here is the truth that will set you free. Speaking English is not a test. It is not about perfection. It is about connection. It is about sharing your thoughts. It is about expressing yourself. It is about communicating with other people. And when you shift your mindset from perfection to connection, everything changes. Think about it this way. When you speak your native language, do you always use perfect grammar? Do you never make mistakes? Do you always choose the perfect word? Of course not. You stumble sometimes. You say and You forget words. You start sentences and then restart them. But do you stop speaking your native language because of that? No. Because when you speak your native language, you are focused on the message, not the mistakes. You are focused on connection, not perfection. And that is exactly how you need to approach English. Your goal is not to speak perfect English. Your goal is to communicate clearly. Your goal is to express your ideas. Your goal is to connect with people. And you can do that even with mistakes. Even with an accent. Even when you do not know every single word. Let me share something with you that might surprise you. Native English speakers make mistakes all the time. They use incorrect grammar. They mispronounce words. They forget what they were going to say. But they keep speaking. They do not stop and apologize every 2 seconds. They do not freeze up. They just keep communicating. And people understand them just fine. So why do you put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect? Why do you hold yourself to a higher standard than native speakers? The answer is fear. Fear of judgment. Fear of embarrassment. Fear of looking stupid. But I am going to tell you something that will change your perspective. Most people are not judging you as harshly as you think. Most people are actually impressed that you can speak another language. Most people are focused on what you are saying, not how you are saying it. And the few people who do judge you, the people who laugh at your mistakes, the people who make you feel small, those people have their own insecurities. Those people are not worth your energy. Do not give them power over your voice. Now let me give you the first practical technique to build your confidence. Start speaking English to yourself every single day. I know it sounds simple, maybe even silly, but this is powerful. Talk to yourself while you are getting ready in the morning. Describe what you are doing. I am brushing my teeth. I am putting on my shirt. I am making coffee. Talk to yourself while you are cooking. I am cutting the vegetables. I need to add more salt. This smells delicious. Talk to yourself while you are walking. The weather is nice today. I need to remember to call my friend. I wonder what I should eat for lunch. Do this every day, even for just 5 or 10 minutes. And here is why this works. When you speak to yourself, there is zero pressure. There is no one listening. There is no one judging. There is no fear of making mistakes. So you can practice speaking freely. You can experiment with words. You can make mistakes and laugh about them. You can build the muscle memory of speaking English without any anxiety. This is how you separate the act of speaking from the fear of judgment. You train your mouth to form English words. You train your brain to think in English. You train yourself to speak without hesitation. And over time, this becomes natural. Speaking becomes automatic. And when you finally speak to another person, it feels easier because you have already been speaking English every day. Here is the second technique, and this one is about changing how you view mistakes. Right now, you probably see mistakes as failures. You make a grammar mistake and you feel embarrassed. You mispronounce a word and you feel stupid. You forget what you wanted to say and you feel frustrated. But what if I told you that mistakes are actually proof that you are learning? Think about a baby learning to walk. That baby falls down dozens of times, hundreds of times. But do we say that baby is a failure? Do we laugh at that baby and tell them to give up? No. We celebrate every attempt. We encourage them. We know that falling down is part of learning to walk. It is the same with speaking English. Every mistake you make is proof that you are trying. Every mispronounced word is proof that you are pushing yourself. Every moment of forgetting is proof that you are challenging yourself to grow. So starting today, I want you to celebrate your mistakes. When you make a grammar error, do not cringe. Smile and say, okay, I learned something new. When you mispronounce a word, do not apologize 10 times. Just correct it and move on. When you forget what you wanted to say, do not freeze in embarrassment. Take a breath and say, let me think for a moment. This shift in mindset is everything. When you stop being afraid of mistakes, you stop being afraid of speaking. And when you stop being afraid of speaking, you become confident. Let me tell you what happened to Maria. After that terrible meeting where she froze, she decided she had to change something. She started speaking English to herself every morning for 15 minutes. She talked about her plans for the day. She described her breakfast. She even argued with herself about silly things just to practice. At first, it felt awkward and weird, but after a few weeks, something shifted. Speaking English started to feel normal. It started to feel natural. Then she tried the second technique. She stopped apologizing for her mistakes. In her next meeting, when she stumbled over a word, she just smiled and kept going. When she used the wrong verb tense, she did not stop the entire conversation to correct herself. She just continued with her point. And you know what happened. Nobody cared about her mistakes. People listened to her ideas. People responded to what she was saying. People treated her like a professional. And slowly her confidence grew. She started volunteering to speak in meetings. She started chatting with her English-speaking colleagues during breaks. She even started enjoying speaking English. That is the power of shifting your mindset and practicing consistently. Now, let me give you the third technique. Find low-pressure opportunities to speak English. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they avoid speaking English until they feel ready. They think I will speak English when my grammar is perfect. I will speak English when I know more vocabulary. I will speak English when I feel confident. But here is the problem. You will never feel ready if you never practice. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking, so you need to create opportunities to practice in environments where the pressure is low. Here are some ideas. Join online language exchange communities where you can practice with other learners. Everyone there is learning, so everyone understands mistakes. Talk to yourself on video. Record yourself speaking about any topic for 2 or 3 minutes. You do not have to show anyone. This helps you get comfortable hearing your own voice in English. Use voice messages instead of text messages when chatting with friends who speak English. This forces you to speak, and it is less pressure than a phone call. Go to places where you can have simple interactions in English. Order coffee in English. Ask for directions in English. Make small talk with a shopkeeper in English. The key is to start small. Do not jump into a high-stakes presentation at work. Start with low-pressure situations where making mistakes does not matter. Build your confidence gradually. Each small success builds your belief in yourself. Each conversation proves to you that you can do this. And over time, those small wins add up to real, unshakable confidence. Here's the fourth technique, and this might be the most important one. Stop comparing yourself to others. This is a confidence killer. You hear someone speak English fluently, and you think, I will never be that good. You see someone present in English without any hesitation, and you think, I am so far behind. You compare yourself to native speakers, and you feel hopeless. But comparison is a trap. That person you are comparing yourself to has their own journey. They have been learning for a different amount of time. They have different experiences. They have different strengths and weaknesses. Their journey is not your journey. Your only comparison should be with yourself. Are you better than you were last month? Are you speaking more than you were last year? Are you more confident than you were when you started? That is the only comparison that matters. Progress, not perfection. Growth, not comparison. Your journey is unique and beautiful. Celebrate how far you have come. Acknowledge every small improvement. Be proud of yourself for trying. Because speaking another language is hard, and you are doing it. That alone is something to be proud of. Let me share something personal with you. I have worked with thousands of English learners over the years. And do you know what separates the people who become confident speakers from the people who stay stuck? It is not talent. It is not intelligence. It is not even how much they study. It is their willingness to be uncomfortable. Confident speakers are willing to feel awkward. They are willing to make mistakes in front of others. They are willing to have messy conversations where they stumble and search for words. They do not wait until they feel ready. They speak even when they feel afraid. And that courage, that willingness to be uncomfortable, is what builds real confidence. So I want to ask you a question. Are you willing to be uncomfortable? Are you willing to speak even when you are afraid? Are you willing to make mistakes in front of others? Because if you are, that is when everything changes. That is when your English transforms. That is when you become the confident speaker you want to be. Now let me give you the fifth technique. This one is about your body language and energy. Did you know that your body affects your confidence? When you slouch and look down, you feel less confident. When you speak quietly and avoid eye contact, you feel more anxious. Your body and your emotions are connected. So if you want to feel more confident when speaking English, use confident body language. Stand up straight. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your chin. Make eye contact when you speak. Smile. Use hand gestures to emphasize your points. Speak with energy and enthusiasm even if you do not feel it at first. Here is what happens. When you use confident body language, your brain starts to believe you are confident. It is called embodied cognition. Your physical state influences your mental state. So even if you feel nervous inside, act confident on the outside. Stand tall, speak clearly, make eye contact, and your brain will start to catch up. You will start to actually feel more confident. This technique works immediately. You can use it in your very next English conversation. Walk into that conversation with your head held high, speak with energy, use your hands, make eye contact, and watch how differently you feel. Watch how differently people respond to you. Confidence is not just about what you say. It is about how you say it. Now here is the sixth technique. Practice speaking about topics you are passionate about. One reason people struggle with confidence is they try to speak about topics they do not care about. They practice boring grammar exercises. They memorize phrases they will never use. They have fake conversations about the weather. But when you speak about something you are passionate about, everything changes. Your energy increases. Your words flow more naturally. You forget to be nervous because you are focused on the topic. So find topics you love and practice speaking about them in English. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about your family. Talk about your dreams. Talk about your favorite movies or books or foods. When you care about the topic, your English improves automatically. You speak with more emotion. You speak with more detail. You speak with more confidence. And this carries over into other conversations. The confidence you build talking about your passions transfers to other areas. So stop practicing boring topics. Start speaking about things that light you up inside. Here is the seventh technique. Create a pre-speaking ritual. Athletes have rituals before they compete. Musicians have rituals before they perform. These rituals calm their nerves and get them into the right mindset. You can do the same thing before speaking English. Create a simple ritual that helps you feel calm and confident. It could be taking 3 deep breaths. It could be saying a positive affirmation like, I speak English clearly and confidently. It could be visualizing the conversation going well. It could be listening to a song that pumps you up. It could be stretching your body to release tension. Find what works for you and do it every time before you speak English. This signals to your brain that it is time to be confident. It becomes an anchor that grounds you. Over time, your brain will associate this ritual with confident speaking, so when you do your ritual, you automatically feel more confident. This is a simple but powerful tool. Use it before meetings. Use it before presentations. Use it before any conversation where you feel nervous. And watch how much calmer and more confident you feel. Now let me address something important. What do you do when your mind goes blank? This happens to everyone. You are in the middle of speaking and suddenly you forget the word you need, or you forget what you were going to say next. In that moment, panic sets in. Your face gets hot. You want to run away. But here is what confident speakers do. They do not panic. They use filler phrases to give themselves time to think. Phrases like, "Let me see, how can I say this, give me a second, what is the word I am looking for, you know what I mean." These phrases are completely normal. Native speakers use them all the time. They buy you a few seconds to gather your thoughts. They keep the conversation flowing. They show that you are thinking, not frozen. So memorize a few filler phrases and use them when you need time to think. Do not see them as weakness. See them as tools that help you communicate smoothly. Another strategy is to explain the word you cannot remember. If you forget the word microwave, you can say the machine that heats up food quickly. If you forget the word enthusiasm, you can say when you are really excited about something. This shows creativity and communication skills. It shows you can express ideas even without perfect vocabulary. And honestly, this is more impressive than just knowing every word. It shows real language ability. So when your mind goes blank, do not freeze. Use a filler phrase. Explain the concept in different words. Keep the conversation moving. This is what confident speakers do. Here is technique number 8. Record yourself speaking and watch it back. I know this sounds scary. Most people hate hearing their own voice. But this is one of the most powerful ways to improve. When you record yourself, you can see exactly what you are doing well and what you need to work on. You might notice you say too much. You might notice you speak too quietly. You might notice you avoid eye contact. Or you might notice you are actually doing better than you thought. Many people are surprised when they watch themselves. They expect to see a disaster, but they actually see someone communicating pretty well. This builds confidence because you realize you are being too hard on yourself. So once a week, record yourself speaking about any topic for 3 to 5 minutes. Watch it back without judgment. Just observe. Notice what you did well. Notice what you can improve. Then record yourself again the next week. Over time, you will see massive improvement. You will see yourself becoming more fluent, more confident, more natural. And that visual proof of your progress is incredibly motivating. Let me tell you what Maria did. After several months of practicing these techniques, she decided to challenge herself. She signed up to give a presentation at work in English. The old Maria would never have done this, but she had been building her confidence slowly and steadily. The day before the presentation, she was nervous. Her hands were shaking. Her mind was racing with worst-case scenarios. But she used her pre-speaking ritual. She took deep breaths. She visualized herself speaking confidently. She reminded herself that mistakes are okay. She reminded herself that her goal was connection, not perfection. The next day, she walked into that conference room with her shoulders back and her head held high. She smiled at her colleagues. She started her presentation. And yes, she made mistakes. She mispronounced a word. She forgot what she was going to say once and used a filler phrase. She stumbled over a sentence and had to restart it. But she did not freeze. She did not apologize 100 times. She just kept going. She focused on her message. She focused on connecting with her audience. And when she finished, everyone clapped. Her boss complimented her on her clear communication. Her colleagues told her she did a great job. And Maria realized something powerful. She realized that she had been afraid of nothing. The mistakes she made did not matter. What mattered was that she showed up. She spoke. She communicated her ideas. And she did it with confidence. That moment changed everything for Maria. She stopped seeing English as her enemy. She started seeing it as a tool for expressing herself. She stopped being afraid and started being excited. And that is what I want for you. I want you to reach that moment where you realize fear has been holding you back from something you are completely capable of doing. Here is technique number 9. Surround yourself with English in a way that feels natural and enjoyable. Stop forcing yourself to study boring textbooks. Stop making English feel like punishment. Instead, immerse yourself in English content you actually enjoy. Watch movies and TV shows in English about topics you love. Listen to podcasts in English about subjects you find interesting. Read books or articles in English that excite you. Follow social media accounts in English that make you laugh or inspire you. When you enjoy the content, you forget you are learning. You absorb the language naturally. You hear how native speakers really talk. You pick up phrases and expressions without trying. And this builds your confidence because English stops feeling foreign. It starts feeling familiar. It starts feeling like something you understand and can use. So make English a fun part of your daily life, not a chore. And watch how much faster you improve. Here is technique number 10, and this is crucial. Celebrate every single win, no matter how small. You spoke one sentence in English today. Celebrate it. You understood a conversation in English. Celebrate it. You tried to speak even though you were scared. Celebrate it. Most people only acknowledge big achievements, but confidence is built through small daily wins. Every time you celebrate a small win, you train your brain to associate speaking English with positive feelings. You build momentum. You build belief in yourself. So keep a journal or notes on your phone. Write down every small win, every conversation, every moment you pushed through fear, every time you understood something, every time you expressed yourself. Look back at this list when you feel discouraged. Remind yourself how far you have come. Remind yourself that you are making progress every single day. This simple practice is incredibly powerful for building lasting confidence. Now I want to talk about something that might be holding you back. Perfectionism. If you are a perfectionist, you probably struggle with speaking English more than other people. Because perfectionists hate making mistakes. They hate doing things imperfectly. They would rather say nothing than say something wrong. But here is what you need to understand. Perfectionism is not helping you. It is keeping you stuck. It is keeping you silent. It is robbing you of opportunities to connect with people. The most successful English speakers are not perfectionists. They are communicators. They prioritize getting their message across over getting every word right. They are comfortable with imperfection. They know that done is better than perfect. So if you are a perfectionist, you need to let go. You need to give yourself permission to be messy, permission to make mistakes, permission to be imperfect. This does not mean you stop trying to improve. It means you stop letting perfectionism paralyze you. You speak even when it is not perfect. You communicate even when you make mistakes. You prioritize progress over perfection, and that is when you truly become confident. Let me give you a powerful mindset shift. Instead of thinking I need to speak perfect English, think I am learning to express myself in another language, and that is amazing. Instead of thinking everyone is judging my mistakes, think most people admire that I can speak multiple languages. Instead of thinking I will never be fluent, think I am improving every single day. The words you say to yourself matter. They shape your reality. They shape your confidence. So starting today, change your self-talk. Be kind to yourself. Be encouraging to yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a good friend, because you deserve that kindness. You deserve that encouragement. Here is another important point. Confidence is not something you either have or do not have. Confidence is something you build. It is a skill. Just like speaking English is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. You will have confident days and less confident days. You will have moments where you speak beautifully and moments where you struggle. That is normal. That is part of the journey. Do not expect yourself to be confident 100% of the time. Even the most confident speakers have moments of doubt. The difference is, they do not let those moments stop them. They feel the fear and speak anyway. They have a bad conversation and try again the next day. They do not give up, and neither should you. Every time you speak English, even when you are scared, you are building confidence. Every single time. So keep going, keep practicing. Keep pushing through the fear, because on the other side of that fear is the confident English speaker you are meant to be. Now let me share the final technique with you. Find your why. Why do you want to speak English confidently? Really think about this. Is it for your career? Is it to connect with people from other cultures? Is it to travel the world? Is it to prove to yourself that you can do hard things? Is it to create opportunities for your family? Whatever your why is, connect with it deeply. Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. Because on the days when you feel like giving up, your why will keep you going. On the days when you feel discouraged, your why will motivate you. On the days when fear feels overwhelming, your why will give you courage. Your why is bigger than your fear. Your why is stronger than your doubt. So connect with it. Let it fuel you. Let it drive you forward. And let me tell you something. You already have everything you need to speak English confidently. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need a perfect accent. You do not need to know every single word in the dictionary. You just need courage. You just need practice. You just need to believe in yourself. And I believe in you. I believe you can do this. I believe you can become a confident English speaker. I have seen it happen thousands of times. I have seen people who were terrified to speak transform into confident communicators. I have seen people who thought they would never be good enough prove themselves wrong. And you can too. So here is what I want you to do starting today. First, speak English to yourself every single day, even for just 5 minutes. Second, celebrate your mistakes as proof that you are learning. Third, find low-pressure opportunities to practice speaking. Fourth, stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own progress. Fifth, use confident body language even when you do not feel confident inside. Sixth, practice speaking about topics you are passionate about. Seventh, create a pre-speaking ritual to calm your nerves. Eighth, record yourself speaking and watch your progress over time. Ninth, surround yourself in English content you actually enjoy. And 10th, celebrate every single win, no matter how small. Do these things consistently, and I promise you your confidence will grow. Not overnight, but steadily, surely, powerfully. 6 months from now, you will look back and barely recognize the person you are today. You will be amazed at how far you have come. You will wonder why you were ever so afraid. And that future version of you is waiting. That confident English speaker is already inside you. You just need to let them out. You just need to give yourself permission to be imperfect, to make mistakes, to learn, to grow. So take a deep breath. You have got this. You are capable. You are strong. You are brave. And you are going to speak English with confidence, starting right now. I want you to say something out loud in English. It does not matter what it is. Say, I am learning to speak English confidently. Say, I am proud of myself for trying. Say, I am not afraid anymore. Just say something, right now, out loud. Feel the words come out of your mouth. Feel your voice in the air. That is you speaking English. That is you being brave. That is you taking the first step toward unshakable confidence. And I am so proud of you. Now go out there and use your voice. Speak to someone in English today. It can be one sentence. It can be a simple greeting. Just speak. And tomorrow speak again. And the day after that speak again. Because every time you speak, you are becoming more confident. Every time you speak, you are proving to yourself that you can do this. Every time you speak, you are one step closer to the English speaker you want to be. You are not alone in this journey. Millions of people around the world are learning English just like you. Millions of people are facing the same fears, the same struggles, the same doubts. But the ones who succeed are the ones who keep going. The ones who speak even when they are afraid. The ones who choose courage over comfort. And I know you are one of those people. Because you watched this entire video. Because you are here right now, ready to change. Because you want this. So do not let fear win. Do not let doubt stop you. Do not let perfectionism keep you silent. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Your story matters. And the world needs to hear you speak. So speak with confidence. Speak with courage. Speak with pride. You are learning another language, and that is incredible. You are pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, and that is brave. You are becoming the person you are meant to be, and that is beautiful. I believe in you. Now go believe in yourself. Thank you for watching. Now go out there and speak English with confidence. You have got this.